So without further ado, grab your shoulder pads and your helmet.
Single mom to 2 kids here, and just in 3.5 years, my child tax credit has decreased by 80%, almost.
Get what? Excuse me?
Her child tax credit has decreased by 80%.
That's
Sorry, my child tax credit has decreased by almost 80%. Daycare for the lowest amount is roughly $1,400 a month for one child here.
Yeah.
Last year I broke my neck. I almost lost.
You have a beautiful voice, by the way.
Thank you so much. Yep. I'm having a panic attack right now. Don't panic. Right here.
You see, and also shout out to OK Rick. Go to that King's channel. Show him some love, by the way. He's been doing some amazing things this election season. Check him out. He has great footages, great commentary, and so forth. I like to give credit where credit is due when we do conversation and reviews. However, you see how he makes her feel comfortable? That's what I'm talking about. When you hear Kamala Harris speak, she don't make people feel comfortable. She make people be like, what did the fuck you just say? Let's continue. Just want to throw that out there.
Yeah. But last year I had broken my neck and I tried applying for any kind of assistance and was denied because I did not make less than $700 a month. And I'm shaking like a freaking leaf. I cannot stop. So I could not afford daycare. I obviously was having to go through physical therapy and a lot of issues, and I'm still having issues to this day.
Right, I understand.
But what kind of realistic changes that do you think you can provide single parents, married parents, any kind of parent to just simply afford children in today's world with the way things are?
Right? It is not fair.
No.
You never heard of Ivanka, right? Ivanka. My daughter drove me crazy on this. We had the simplest, most beautiful, I gave you the largest tax cuts in the history of our country, okay? Larger than the Reagan cuts, larger. But my daughter, Ivanka, she said, Dad, we have to do tax credits for women, for the child tax credits. She was driving me crazy. Then I did it, and I got it just about done. Dad, you've got to double it up. I said, Ivanka, it was actually more complicated than the entire bill, but I got it done. And what we're going to do, and I'm going to, because I understand exactly what you're saying, we're going to readjust things so that it's fair to everybody, because it's really not fair to everybody. But we have a lot, and we're going up higher, but we're also going to readjust because you have to make some readjustments. It's unfair to some people, and we're not going to have that. But
not only that, but he answered her question and gave a breakdown. When has Kamala Harris ever answered a question with a breakdown? Be honest. I'm keeping it a bean with you here. So with that being said, it makes it more believable for Trump. Because now the women get to understand where he's coming from. I answered your question, and this is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to do it. Let's continue. Let's eat.
She was the one that got it started. Those were our credits. Those were not the Democrat credits. A lot of Republicans said, rightfully, don't do it because we never get credit for that. We're not known for that. But the truth is, I wanted to put it all in the form of the tax cut. So I got the maximum tax cut, but we're also bringing down the taxes for companies and for people. We're bringing it down to 15%. And for companies, only if you make your product, build your product in the USA. Otherwise, you don't get it. So
now that's smart. That is smart. So basically, that's going to open up the door for more countries to build their products here in the United States. That's going to bring more money to the United States. Smart move. Now here we're going to see how Trump interacts with the people. Pay attention. Kamala Harris ain't doing this shit, but Trump is. This is what we call getting down in the trenches. Meeting with the people, gelling with the people. Just like he did when he went to the Bronx. He went to the barbershop and hung out with the fellas. Shook hands, broke bread with conversation. What? Let's get it. Let's eat.
Take the rest of it. Here, it's going to go down a little bit. It just went down $100.
Thank you so much.
We'll do that for you from the White House, all right?
Thank you.
All right, bye. Nice seeing you, everybody.
God bless you.
Beautiful. They're your kids?
Yeah, they are. 3 boys.
Perfecto. Perfecto. Bye, everybody.
This is one part of the clip. I really, really want you guys to hear this, listen to this, and I'm so glad this came up in the interview with Tyrus, man. But I want you guys to hear and see this clip.
Now, Tyrus, man, that's my homeboy. So, we all, like I said, professional football. So that's my buddy. I'm actually reaching out to him. Man, I'm proud of him. And also proud of my other homeboy, Big Cornelius. But peep this out.
Nelson Mandela and 80 of his constituents were trying to come to the United States.
Yeah.
The United States government wasn't helping him. No one was helping him. You chartered a 727 plane for their entire trip.
Yeah.
How is somebody, and that's crazy because you can talk about anything, and why is it hard for you to talk about the things you've done? It runs in your family. Your father helped build a synagogue. I mean, why do we not know those things?
It's something that I've never, I love doing it. I don't need praise for it. I don't, we all like a certain level of praise, but I've never, I just like helping people.
I respect a man. I respect the individual, period. That's like that. Never know or let known what your right hand is doing. Come on now, people. When you have a person that is secretive like that, that says a lot versus individuals that run their mouth. Y'all know, individuals that lean in with their status, lean in with their expertise, lean in with their money, lean in with their education, lean in with material things. This man says, I'm not leaning in with any of that. I don't need no press on any and everything. Some things don't need press. Some things you don't need to talk about it. Just do it. Just like what Nike says, their slogan. Just do it. Don't talk about it. Now, if a person happens to come across certain things and they mention it, fine, good for conversation. I respect that man. Let's continue to eat. This is a side of Trump that the news media don't even want you to see. That people on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram don't want you to see nor hear. This is something totally different.
I help a lot of people, and I enjoy doing it, and I never talk about it. It's nice that you bring it up. I also think it's not a narrative that the press likes talking about. For me.
Again, time and time after again, man. They will never give Trump any credit. They will never make you think he's such an amazing guy, that he loves people, loves his family. They want you to think the complete opposite.
Yup.
You know, they don't want you to think that he's a people's person. That he loves helping and caring for one another. They want you to think the complete opposite. The complete opposite.
If he's a racist,
he's
where's
right.
that at?
And the lies, the propaganda, the fake news, the brainwashing is still going on as I'm speaking.
Look into
And it will
things
probably
instead
never
of
stop,
at things.
even if he wins. They're still going to talk about the lies, and they're still going to talk about Project 2025.
He had nothing.
You know,
to be
and
a
look how
part
that
of.
backfired.
But they endorsed Kamala
Look
Harris.
how
though.
everything they tried to spin and spin and turn around. Look how it's been debunked and backfired.
And it's going to continue to backfire.
Just look, it's out there.
Me.
But I think it would help a lot of the American people who have been misled, I myself included. Now listen, I'm voting for you now because of the man you are. Not
I was misled myself. Tons of you that are watching this video were probably too. I was an anti-Trumper or never Trumper. I believed in the fake news, family and friends, the mainstream media. I believed in everything I was seeing. And I went with the first thing that was put out. I admit to it. And I'm glad that I get an opportunity today, that I am the content creator that I am today, to be able to spread these messages that need to be heard, that need to be seen, that is against the corruption. We are against the corruption.
That's
the
right.
fake news.
That's right. Do more research.
We're letting everybody know that they've been misled
We cannot be making this shit up.
and that they don't care about us. That the system is killing us. The corrupt scam matrix. That's what we call it.
Open your eyes, people.
not just because of the policies, because not every American will get the opportunity that I had to saw who you were backstage. And that's why I have this list. I mean, I have testimonials. We can't go through all of them because
I want to see them.
Now this was, I had to dig deep.
I like that.
You donated $100,000 to raise dogs? You're not even a dog guy. Explain that.
Well, that's Lara. So I have a wonderful, the wife of Eric, and she's a terrific person. You know, she's actually now a very big an important person in getting elected in the Republican Party. Comes from North Carolina. She loves the dogs, and I did that in her honor, actually. And you know, if you listen to her, boy, dogs are treated very badly. They're, you know, some evil people having to do even with dogs. So I did that for my daughter-in-law. Yeah, more so than me. I don't know that much about dogs, but I want to take care of them. And I had an opportunity. You know, as president, you can do a lot of things. I did a lot. The size of the
I like what he said. As president, you can do a lot of things. As vice president, you can also do a lot of things. What has Kamala Harris done as vice president that you know of that was in good standing? Nothing. Only thing she's done was give money to her own people. Not black people, her own people. Allowed the migrants to come in through the borders, whether there was an underground tunnel or the borders itself. Giving migrants certain privileges and rewards. We'll use that term. So what has she done as vice president, her time at the White House, that she has access to, that would be beneficial, that they would be in the benefit of others? Not a damn thing. But Trump does things in the benefit of others, and half the time don't even look for no praise about it. Run till that.
kennels the size of the cage. You know, there's like cages that they're in, and it's terrible. It's like you have no room, no nothing. And she came in with a whole group of people. These are people that really fight hard for dogs. I mean, you have people that fight, and she's a good person, so I did it for her.
I have hundreds of employees who have said things like, you've paid medical bills, you paid mortgages, rents, you've helped get family members. There's one story in here where a brother came in with a business plan, nobody would hear him. You gave him 10 minutes, you shook his hand, and you cut him a check.
Yeah.
Why is it so hard for you and even your team? I'm a little upset. These are things that I think the American people...
Impressive.